Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm not quite too sure what this video is going to be about. I'm just going to go on a tangent, and I guess one thing that's been on my mind lately is stress. Now, I don't want to diagnose myself, but I do stress a lot about things where some people will probably be like, why are you stressing? You have no reason to stress. When I do overstress, I do feel quite sick, really tired. My tummy feels really bloated and gross. And sometimes I get to the point where I don't stop and breathe, or I don't relax and think everything's going to be fine. You don't need to overstress. So I guess the basis of this video will be about talking about how I deal with stress. Now, I'm not 100% curing myself from stress. I still feel like I'll relapse, I guess. But I guess the basis of this video will be, I guess, a touch basis with some of you people, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels like this when I get stressed. So I feel like this video will be, I guess, to let people know that there is someone else out there that's also suffering from this, and particularly when you're a first-time mum and you're trying to sort things out. So I guess the basis of my stress has been, last year's been a crazy year. I mean, we still live in Brisbane, and we moved from Brisbane to here in Tasmania. I won't go into too much detail about as to why. Once I feel more comfortable with doing videos, then I'll probably get into more depth into that. But for the time being, we moved here because due to a family reason, and because all our family lives here, so we wanted to be more closer to them. So, and because we've come from a place where I already had a job, we were already settled, had all our friends, and my partner had all his family and all of his friends. I guess coming from there to here, I mean, I do have friends, but despite having friends, I still feel very new. Like, my career in childcare, because I went in childcare, so my career in childcare started all up in Brisbane, so I did my certificate then I worked in a centre, then through that I did my diploma, and then when I changed centres, I was a lead educator. That's probably my dream role in working in childcare, is being a lead educator, being in charge of a room. And I guess coming from that to here, where I've got to start fresh, but not only that, I've got to think about my daughter, and that's obviously been really stressful, I guess, because I've got to find a place for her to go to for daycare, and then I've got to work out what I want to do with me. So daycare is really expensive. It's like, I didn't realise how bad it was. I mean, working in childcare, you have kind of an idea, but not completely. So I guess childcare here is $100 a day, and for some centres that may include nappies and food, but for some it might include that. But that to me doesn't really matter. I guess for me, finding somewhere where I feel comfortable, where I can leave Josie and feel assured that she's going to be okay, she's going to have a good day, I'm not going to worry about her. It's going to be nice to have that break, so that when I come pick her up again, I'm refreshed and I'm ready to go, really. So that's been one thing that's been playing on my mind. And then the other thing is working out what I'm going to do. So my partner's really, really lucky. He's got a job, but I'm still trying to work out what I want to do. So at the moment, I'm starting up my business, and it will be teaching children, doing my own music classes, like, basically. So I'll be teaching children from babies till when they're about school age, so about 6 to 7. So I think it just goes from babies and then goes straight to 6 to 7. And we teach them rhythm and different songs, and they get to have a bit of a dance and a bit of fun, which is really exciting. I'm really excited to get started, but I guess I've never run my own business before, so I'm a bit worried about how successful it's going to be, and I don't want to, but I'm also worried about money, and I want to make sure that we're getting by. And while while I'm going to be teaching the classes, Josie will have to go, my daughter will have to go to daycare, so I can commit my full attention to my business. While I can have Josie with me, it'll just be easier to have her in daycare in case she gets unsettled, or if she needs a bottle, or if she needs a cuddle, she can be with somebody else. So I feel like while I'm getting this business up and running, I need to have backup plans. So I have been looking for work as well in case something would happen with this, but the lady that's helping to organise this has been so lovely that I feel like it's going to go well. But I feel like in the meantime I need to get a little bit of income in just to get us afloat, because Centrelink has been reducing my pay, so that's also been another thing. Like, my partner's pay is pretty good, but I like to be able to pay for fuel and for nappies, and that all just adds up. It's ridiculous how expensive some things can be. Like, formula tins here are like $25 a tin, so that's a lot, but it goes a long way. Like, we get about 2 weeks out of it, but after that 2 weeks is out, you've got to buy more, and then after a while the money just kind of goes. So I guess I want to find something while I'm doing that. I mean, I'm considering direct sales, but I'm a bit iffy on direct sales. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I heard a lot of bad things about it. I guess with running my own business, this is kind of the same thing. You want to make sure that it's successful, and the business that I'm looking at has been around for years and years and years, and everyone knows it. I don't want to mention it just in case, but everyone knows it, and it's something that I've been looking into doing. But then I guess I'm worried about if it's going to be something that I can live off while I'm getting my business sorted, and definitely just to keep our heads afloat so that I'm not stressing about, if I need to go out and buy stuff, like, can I afford this? Do I really need this? Even if it's something that we really need, I might just, do I need this now, or can I wait? Or just little things that I'm stressing about. So I guess when I get like this, I've got to think of what I have. So I've got a roof over my head. I've got a loving partner. I've got a supportive dad, so he's always said if I need help to always come to him. I've got friends and family, and of course I've got my daughter. So those things definitely help. But I feel like anything that relaxes you. So for me, while all those are good things, there are also little things that I do for myself. So going for a walk is really good. Getting out of the house in the fresh air for 20 minutes to half an hour really does help. I've been going for walks now for about a month, and not only do I feel better that I'm doing it because I'm getting outside, it can clear my head. I can just not focus on stresses of the day and money and all that kind of problems. I can just focus on just nothing, and it's lovely. And on the plus side of that, I've also become more toned because of walking, which is, it's an added bonus. It's not something that I wanted in the first place, but it feels nice that I have it, I guess. So walking for me is great. I used to stress eat, so whenever I got stressed, I used to treat myself to something to make me feel better. But now when I eat bad foods now, because I've been eating so well, I feel really gross. So I tend that water really helps me, or even just, I don't know, anything that you enjoy eating. I guess if eating bad foods does make you feel better, then go for it. But at the moment, it just doesn't settle well with my stomach. It makes me feel so awful. So water is really my go-to. Even if I can just lie down for a couple of minutes, if my daughter is happy playing, I can kind of think, okay, well, I can spend a couple of minutes just lying down, watching something. That'll keep my mind off things for a bit, because I guess my biggest thing that I have with stress is because of the money. I'm just so worried about everything, like, because it's silly to think that money can occupy your mind so much, but for someone like me that struggled with money and savings for I don't know how long, I'm so bad at blowing money, it's not even funny. So I guess now that having a daughter makes me realise that having a savings account and having money kept away in case we need it is something that we really need to start doing. So I guess if you're in the same spot as me and you're really struggling with money, I guess the only thing that I can recommend is having a savings account. So whether it'll be, someone put a great idea where they got an empty formula tin and they kind of super glued the lid shut, put a little opening in the lid, so they put money into the tin, and once it filled up, they broke it open, put it into the savings account, and she said that just worked better for me. Not seeing money in my bank account kind of tempted me, so to have it locked away in a tin, and then if I needed to transfer it over, knowing and trusting myself that I wasn't going to touch it, that it would stay there just for my savings, for backup money in case we really needed it, really helped. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. So if you can get a piggy bank or something that you know that you're not going to touch, I would recommend you doing. But I guess with any kind of stress, I guess my biggest tips would be thinking about what you've got. Think of how happy people around you make you feel. And I guess if you need someone, then you can always call them up or send them a message, say, hey, I'm not feeling so great. Do you want to go out for a walk with me, or do you want to go do something fun to keep my mind off it? So that's another great tip. And, you know, going for walks, like, for me is my biggest thing of relieving stress. So I guess the more that I talk about it, the more that I get worried. So something to distract me, like going for walks, watching something on TV really does help. Even just lying down and closing my eyes for a couple of minutes really does help too. So I guess it's whatever makes you feel happy, whatever keeps your mind off things, can really help with stress. So I guess this whole day today, before I made this video, I was just so worried about money. Every once in a while I get really excited about my business, and then every once in a while I think, oh, well, what if it's not going to work out? What will I do? What will I do with my daughter? Like, you know, I'm just so worried that I want her to have a good future like what I've had with my family. So if she needs help, we can give it to her. Instead of saying we don't have enough money to. It's just one thing that's really bothered me, I guess. So I'm hoping that I can say to you, because my business is meant to start next month, so I'm meant to be taking classes next month. So I'm hoping by the end of this month, I can confidently say to you that I've had my first week of classes. It's gone really well. And the good thing about living in a small place like where I am now, there's not a lot of choices for families to go to get together. So these classes are where the parents sit with their children and they play with them while we're teaching them. So that way they're meeting other families and the children are interacting with other babies and children there as well. So they're all making friends and stuff. So that I'm really hoping that through that I can say to you next month that I can say that I had my first week. It's gone really, really, really well. And yeah, well, hopefully we'll just see how it goes. But I thought today's video would be a bit different. I was going to talk to you about, I think the plan for today's video wasn't to be about toilet training, I think. But that'll be coming this week. I'm trying to get my videos to look more professionally done. I guess that's another thing that I've been worried about, is making my videos look really, not perfect. There's no such thing as that. I don't believe in that word. But something that looks a lot fresher and flashier. Because most of the people that I follow have really nice looking videos. And the reason why they're black and white is because I'm not that great at putting on makeup yet. And I feel like once I get that down pat, because my plan is I'm going to do a course in beauty therapy. So I guess if things don't work out, I've always wanted to learn how to, makeup just fascinates me. I've always loved watching those videos on YouTube where they just look so perfect with their faces, and oh no, just really fascinates me. I love watching people put makeup on, just relaxes me. That's another thing that I like doing when I'm stressed, is watching people put makeup on their face. So that's something that I really want to get into and learn, and by doing that I'm hoping that I can run my own little business from home, like a little mini spa. So I was thinking of doing that while doing my music classes. So while I think that my music classes are only going to be 3 days a week, and there's extra days where I'm not working, I can run my beauty course. So I'm hoping I can start that in April. But I will keep you guys posted. But yes, going back to what I was saying, I'm trying to make my videos look a little bit more flashy. I'm not particularly great with... I'm so self-conscious that I hate watching my videos back, but I'm going to have to get into the habit of doing it so I can make it look, well, close to perfect, I guess. But yeah, the plan is for my channel as well is I'll be uploading videos twice to 3 days a week. So from Monday to Friday. If I can do a weekend video, then I will. But I'll probably do the weekend video in the same week that I do my other videos and edit it on the weekend so that I can publish it on the weekend. But the aim is at the moment is to do 3 to 2 videos a week, depending how things go. It is hard doing videos with the baby, especially when it's just me in the house. So whenever she's happy, so she's playing now, and she's, for the whole time I've done this, she's been so good. So but yeah, I really want this channel to be a channel where people can go to if they've to look for advice and stuff. I mean, this is what this channel is going to be all about, is talking to you guys about advice for children, advice like this for stress and stuff, advice for new parents. And once I get more comfortable, I can start doing more vlogs and stuff. Even now, it's the longest I've spoken to myself in a video. So I'm getting really good. I'm getting a lot better with that kind of stuff. My next video hits a little bit close to home. Yes, I'll be talking about toilet training, but I was actually born with a stutter. And I don't know if you've noticed in a couple of videos where I have done. It's not because I'm nervous, or it is a little bit, but it's also because it's something that I've always had. And I really want to talk to you about that and how I deal with it. And if your child has a stutter, it can help them, because for me it's frustrating, but it's something that I've got to live with. So, but yes, that's going to be my next video. But thank you so much for watching my videos. I have 2 subscribers, and for some people, like, oh yeah, that's only 2, but 2 for me is a lot. So I really thank you to those 2. And I've had quite a few views. I'm trying to share this on my Facebook pages and stuff so I can get myself out there, I guess. I don't want to be overly famous, but it would be nice to have a couple of people watch my videos, I guess, or, you know, it'll be all for nothing, I guess. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And until my next one, have a lovely day.